Okay. Are we... Are we back? I mean, I'm back. Although it's giving me an unstable mark. Now, okay, good. You see me. Now, here's... You want to know a weird thing? You want to know a weird thing? And I'm wondering, like... Is this on my end or is this on Twitch's end? Because I was still running... It had the elapsed time running in the corner. And when I went to close out the stream, it said I was still on air. Like on the sidebar on the PS4. So... I don't know what's going on. I'm glad to be back. I don't know, like... I don't know what... I don't know. I don't know what the hell is going on. I do know that it's starting to get to be a pain in the butt. I am back with the U being back. Yeah, like, I don't... It's weird because, like, it almost doesn't seem to be on my end. Like, I was telling Quill just a second ago, I was still running, like, elapsed time for the stream in the corner, and... When I went to turn the stream off, like, it said I was still live on the PS4 end, so, like, I honestly don't know what the hell's going on. But it's really getting to be an issue. But here on Twitch, like, it says it's unstable. Now, we are wired, Hirunda, because if you're still here, Hirunda, if you're not, then I'm just talking to the air. I did check the last time we streamed, and we are on a wired connection. It is not wireless LAN connection. So at least that part's not a problem. The true dark arts aren't necromancy or murder, it's just networking and web technologies. Like, you're kinda not wrong, though. The PS4 is plugged into the router, and I set it up in the menu, like the network settings. I made sure that it was on wired connection, and I did a double check. Like, I actually ran a network test to make sure that it was set up the way it was supposed to be set up. And I got back all green lights when I did that. Every now and then it might be worthwhile just power cycling your router. That's not a bad idea. That's something that I don't do probably often enough. Maybe that's something I can do tomorrow, since I'll be at work. I mean, it's not going to take the entire day of work to do it, but... You know, I would definitely not be using it, so... Oh my god, I gotta check this picture that I took at work the other day. 'Cause it made me think all kinds of things, and even routers need a little nap. I mean, you're not wrong. I guess you're not wrong. I say you're not wrong as though I know any fucking thing about technology. And the fact of the matter is, I do not. So I was stocking shelves at work, and we had this new box of stuff in the snack aisle, and like, it's just giant fucking box. I've become a manga reader again. Congratulations. What are you reading? I refuse to help you because that sounds like something that you'll enjoy. Right, so this giant, like, glittery pink and purple box, and in capital letters, big, bold, like, sparkly blue capital letters outlined in fuchsia. So, like, impossible to ignore. In English, it says, "Poppin' candy for toppin'." And I can't see the word, like, poppin' without thinking of Mason Verger from Hannibal, where he's like, for toppin', right. He's like, a popper, would I? And then my brain meets for like, but what if Mason Verger was a Disney princess? Because it's all Disney princesses on the box. So I was like, yeah, I mean, Mason Verger is a Disney princess, and Hannibal is like the wicked stepmother. And the pigs are probably singing pigs, and people get fed to them at the end of the movie. But Mason gets to go to the ball in his wheelchair, and I thought that was kind of nice. It was like the whole day at work yesterday was really fucking weird in the brain space, but this kind of took the cake. Yokohama shopping trip. Frieren. And for old time's sake, Frank and Fran. What's Frieren? I don't even think I'm saying that right. A pauper? Would I? Oh, Mason. Side note, but, like, Thomas Harris does not like fucking people with disabilities or disfigurements at all, does he? Like, he just seems to have... He's got a problem with disabled folks. And it's not even like, I mean, okay, Mason Verger's not, like, a particularly decent guy, but, you know, Hannibal convinced him to carve up his face. It's not like that was his idea. And Hannibal was his doctor. So I'm just saying that maybe he was morally in the right place to want to feed Hannibal the pigs. I don't think that that was such a bad idea. Also, Hannibal is an asshole. I'm just putting that out there. I gotta finish reading Yokohama, or at least the bits of Yokohama shopping trip that I got, because I picked up that stack of them a month and a half ago, I think, and I just have not had the brain space to open them up. I hate it, but it is true. For a second I was worried we lost the stream again, and I don't know why. But we did not. That is not a thing that happened. God damn it. I take the worst fucking damage. It's a joke. Frieren is a manga. Well, let me kill this fetus. I believe it's a fetus. Allow me to kill this fetus, and then we are gonna. I will read both what you said, Hive, and what you said, Quill. Just because they're both chunky enough, I want to be able to give them my full attention. What the fuck? Disco? Could you not? We have gotten so shafted this entire fucking run. It is a joke. Okay, Hive says, Frieren is a manga about an elf who's come to terms with the fact that she's taken the short lives of her party members for granted and has decided to go on a journey to try and learn more about how she feels about how short-lived people's because she feels somewhat guilty for not caring to spend more time with her party members after they finish murdering the Demon Lord. That sounds like it could go places. And Quill said, I've been working on my appearance a bit more lately, and I've realized that I'm getting close to being kinda happy with how I look. Fuck yes! Woohoo! Do 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 do. This is me doing a dance. The Quill being filled with euphoria. Do 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 do. See, I have to make the dance sound because you can't see me dancing, but I'm really happy about that. This is good news. This has been a mostly good news stream, and y'all, that's pretty cool. Is there a particular is there a particular area that started to push it over the edge for you? Also, Hive, I'm going to send you a video and it's darling, and you have to tell me that it's darling. I've considered myself gender fluid for a long time, and I'm feeling like I could start tipping the balance either way. Okay. A, that's super cool. B, I think that it's a different tipping the balance meaning than the one that I meant, but it's still super cool, and we'll run with it. Hive said, I told my recruitment manager about... hold on a second. Skeletons everywhere. Let me killify these skeletons. Isaac, you know, you could just give us an easy run, Isaac, where I don't need to look at the screen every 4 seconds. You could do that. It's within your power. So why do you not? Don't make me go into podcast mode, Isaac. Okay, good. Where are we? This was from Hive. I told my manager about what recruitment said about how they have decided to volunteer me to potentially run a program we normally spend tens of thousands of dollars to run per person going through it. He immediately told me that's not happening. Good. Good, because that whole saga has been, like... And by saga, I mean just the parts of it that you told me this morning. But that sounds... That all sounded like absolute dog shit. And I'm glad that somebody's got your back on this. Well, I mean, somebody's got your back on this who can actually affect change, as opposed to me, who just wants to shout at people. But probably would just get pulled up on a charge for that. Quill says, my goal is to be clearly on the feminine side, but move between feminine and masked lesbian. I like that. I like that. I support you in every single word of that sentence. I'm feeling pretty good about my face lately. I've shown people old pics from pre-transition, and they consistently ask who it is. Wowzers! That is slick! That's pretty cool. We're definitely going with the pretty cool on that one. Goals are good. I'm a big fan of the goals. This was to Hive. I mean, clearly also it's to Quill, but specifically to Hive. Game, you may think that you're going to defeat me this run, but you would be eminently wrong. Just absolutely, utterly wrong. I will not lose. I will win. That is what I do. I am made out of winning and spite, but mostly winning, but also a little bit of spite. I mean, that's how the old rhyme goes, right? Sugar and spite and everything night. That's what little girls are made out of. I'm pretty sure that's how it goes. The last pic I sent you is the panda hat one. I love the panda hat one! Yo! You're not gonna hear me complain a single word about the panda hat one because it's darling. I will not hear a word gainsaid. That's a pic from early 2020. Holy dogs. Like, that's in the back and back. But you said... Risco, you want to push for death. We don't have to make everything a fucking metaphor, Risco. Did you send me the picture with the present earrings? The earrings with the presents on them. That was recent. Was it not? Was I confused? And by all means, I am leaving the door open on me being confused. That happens quite frequently. Check my Tumblr! I mean... I will. If that will help. I've only had my Tumblr since 2022, though. Now I'm double confused. I'm so confused. That's okay. Confusion is the spice of life. Not the stuff that makes your eyes blue. My eyes are already blue. Thank you very much. They are very pretty. Oh, okay. Okay. Hi. Hi. There. That was the missing piece, okay? I mean, granted, Hive, that would be pretty badass. Okay, so Quill, you see, what was happening is that I was just completely failing to process anything that I read. That is not on you. That is 100% on me. Because in the context of your last sentence, I noticed all the things that I should have been putting together from the previous sentences. So, yeah, okay. Oh, Sue! How you doing? It is a pleasure to see you, Bets. I hope that life is treating you super kind. super kind. I had like more words, and then I just cricked my neck, and it just completely fucked everything up. It felt good though. Like, seriously? Tell you what. What? It's rare I'm conscious for your streams, so I figured I'd show up on principle. Principle being that... Well, that's... That is a... Holy shit, I am gonna fucking die? Like, I did it to myself. I looked away for like 2 seconds. See? Isaac is testing me. Much like a 6th grade math teacher, Isaac is fucking testing me. Probably gonna make me come up to the board and explain how exponents work, and then be like, no, bitch, that's exactly how I said exponents don't work. You clearly weren't paying attention. And then I'll have to start crying in front of the class, and it's just gonna be a whole thing. My teacher didn't call me a bitch, but I did start crying in front of class. It sucked. Oh god. Oh fuck! Damn it! No! I hate it. I hate it so much. See, this is just too much good news in one stream, and then I just die like that. It happens though. What do we got? What did I miss? And you know you did it. Hive, thank you for taking my bit, Hive. So like, cause honestly, I was doing that all before you showed up. I had 0 from Smashing Pumpkins stuck in my head, and cause I got my reflection, which is a broken mirror, but there's no connection to the self. I still don't understand your obsession with this game, but I've had friends with stranger quirks. It's less of an... It's not obsession, but I find it, for the most part, like, it's a real easy game to play in chunks. Like, it's got a very definite start-stop to it. And I can generally judge, like, it's only going to be an hour max, and that's a bad run. So that helps a lot. It can slot into gaming time in a way that I can process, whereas, like, if I was going to play, like, a Resident Evil, and I don't know how long a Resident Evil session's going to be. It could be, you know, it could be an hour. Or it could, like, be 3 hours because I'm on a roll, and then all of a sudden I've noticed I've just, like, spent 3 hours. So there's definitely a time management aspect to it. I like that it hits a sweet spot in my skill level, where, like, you do have to have some degree of, like, gameplay skill to dodge stuff, but it's not so aggressively in your face that you have to be on all the time. Like, even with Gungeon, I find Gungeon really difficult to engage with just because there's so many things happening on the screen that it's kind of hard for me to process and do what I need to do to not die. So that's it. The combos are absurd, and there's lots of them. And it has an art style that I find... It's that nice spot between cute and grotesque. So, yeah. Like, Isaac is definitely a kind of just vibe game for me. There's a ritual to run-based games. There definitely is. Yeah, bullet hell games. I love bullet hell games in concept. And I love that people are good at them, and I love watching people who are good at bullet hell games, but I'm not that people. I'm so not that people. Hidunda, thank you so much for dropping by. Please continue to take care of yourself. I'm hoping that things shift in a positive direction. I've really got the toes crossed for the museum job. But I'm glad that even if that doesn't work out, that you've got a support network that's there for you. And you've got us. But your support network there will keep a roof over your head, which we can only do metaphorically. So, please sleep well. Oh, Alice, I am not. Like, I wish I could be, because they look like fun, but definitely not a fun that works for me. Let me get back to... I missed something that Bets had said. That's fair. I'd be driven crazy playing something this Twitch reflex-based, though. I play games to relax, precise movements, and narrow... response windows equals stress. That's super fair, but let me quick catch you on just one bit. So, we do have the ableism policy, so... I know where you're going with the C word, but, like, we're just not going to use it. Just to give you a heads up. There's a bit... Oh, but you're on mobile, so getting to the panels is a real pain in the butt. See, Twitch has got to make those panels more accessible. Because this comes up a lot. Because we do get folks who watch on mobile and who watch on PS4. And they don't have any idea what we're talking about when we say that. But just as a heads up. Hive says the video is darling, and then the ducky disappeared, so I was sad. I'm sorry, Hive. I thought it would be funny because the bath bomb was filled with chemical X, and it made the duck dissolve, and it turned the fish evil. But clearly, I should have reconsidered that. I shouldn't have killed that duck. I wanted a visual representation that something had happened. I'm going to take a very brief break. I'm going to make myself some coffee, which is a terrible mistake, but I'm also going to have some orange juice, which is not. If any of y'all need your water or electrolyte-filled drink of choice, please grab that, and I will be here in, like, a minute. Hive, you've got the whip hand. Oh, the neck. I bet y'all... Check your dang Tumblr DMs. I will. Oh my fucking god, who is that? What? 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 Quill, that's not you. That was never you. That's just some picture that you found on the internets. The nets of the inters. I know you're having a larf. Right now, at me. I know that you're not having a larf, Quill. I appreciate you sharing that with me. And holy fuck the progress, though. Like, I'm proud of you, girl. I'm awful damn proud of you. And I want you to know that. Wait, when you first came on stream? That was like a year ago. Did they give you the turbocharged E? The E that's cut with meth? Apparently, I need to move to Australia and fight the spiders. Wait, what, for real? A few years? Holy shit. Holy wow. Time is fake. Time is super fake. I love it, Quill. Though I'm I'm glad you are getting where you need to be. That makes me awful gosh darn it. Now, you can't say the words gosh darn and not say angry after it, except I don't want to say angry this time. That makes me awful gosh darn happy. Fucking co-locations, how do they work? Like magnets? Swear to God. I hate this, I'm dissolving into dust. We could play some Mazzy Star for you, if you want. Oh my god, orange juice is so good. Now I'm actually gonna have the break and rest my voice for a little bit here. That's super fair, Quill. Like, I can understand wanting to keep that under hat. There's definitely assholes out there that would want to rub your nose in it. Fuck them. That's not precisely the phrase that I want, but I think you know what I mean. Alright, I am back. Let me, actually look at the laptop and see what I've missed. I know I've been shouting over the microphone for a bit. Hive says, you've shared the comparison with people who are safe, and that's a bit of good judgment. It's sad that it's a bit of judgment that you have to exercise, though. Yes, and it sucks. There are very few pictures from the before that I like of myself, but there are a couple, and they will never be shared again. So, yeah, it sucks. But unfortunately, it's the kind of suck that we need. Beth says, let me try to rephrase. It's coffee. I would experience a sharp spike in my level of anxiety playing a game with that much emphasis on Twitch reflex-based gameplay. I wasn't aware I was being condescending towards myself by referring to anxiety disorder with that language. There's a whole conversation in that, and I know that there are folks, neurodivergent folks, or folks with just various bits of mental wiring who don't really have a problem with using that language towards themselves. And even I myself, although I'm trying to get out of the habit of doing it, I kind of go back and forth about it, but it's less specifically about the self-directed language in this particular space, and more that, like, kind of getting out of the habit of using it outwardly. And I think that, like, you know that you're using it about yourself, and that's not bothering to you. But other people don't, and would think, well, okay, well, that's fair language to use more generally. And that's kind of part of why we're picking away at it. The idea of when, like, we saw it a lot with Trump, who's somebody who obviously deserves to be criticized on any number of levels, where a lot of people would, like, go to mental illness or mental disability to describe Trump, and it's like, no, that's not the problem with him. The problem is he's evil. Like, you could criticize him about being evil, but what you're doing is doing a shortcut to criticize his apparent, because, you know, usually the people criticizing him aren't doctors, his apparent mental health, which kind of just screws over people who have actual mental health problems. So that's the part of the angle of what we're looking at it here. But it wasn't like, I didn't want to jump on you with both boots, mostly just to kind of point it out. Yeah. Going back to Quill, Quill says, I don't feel any real attachment to that person anymore. I look at their face and I see the parts that I always hated and get to think about how I don't see them in myself. That's fucking cool. And that makes me super happy to hear. Both in the fact that you personally feel that way about the picture, but also aspirationally, that I will be able to say the same someday. Like, I still don't think that I would ever be comfortable putting up, for example, like my old videos, even though I'm in them, but I'm in them as, you know, a Little Big Planet character who's also who I thought I was at that time. It's, you know, it's complex, but I probably still wouldn't ever share those. But I would like to get to the point where I can look at old photos and say, well, I accept that that was a part of my life at that time, but that wasn't ever really me, and feel that distance there. I think that would be a healthier place for me to be in. The only pics of the before that I like are from when I was 15. I looked a lot closer to how I am now than I did in my 20s. I don't remember any of my really young pictures. The only picture that I really, really liked, and I regret that I don't get to use more, is it's a back shot, which is not very surprising. It's from when I was getting my suspension done, and like it's just I'm kneeling, and no shirt on, and I've got the hooks across the shoulders, and it's a very nicely framed shot. Like it's a really, really good picture in and of itself. But I've got my head turned like 3/4, so you can kind of see some of my profile. And I had the 90s goatee going on, and I just, yeah. I don't want to see any pictures of me when I had the goat. Yeah, just that ain't gonna happen. Hive says, there's something you said about the reclamation of ableist language, and like the words for mental illness and physical disability, in much the same way some people elect to use the F slur for themselves, but it's an entirely different conversation. Yeah, absolutely. Al says I need to remove all my old pics from Facebook. I'm glad that my Facebook is just gone, just nuked into the ground. Quill says it's very pretty as a teen. It's too bad I was made to go through the wrong puberty. That's a mood. That's a mood. Alice says I don't use it a lot, but it feels weird to have him there. You did mention like that there's more usage of Facebook in Portugal? I remember you were explaining to us a couple weeks back, maybe a couple months back, about why you were still maintaining the account, so it's like understandable. Us, Jilly Beans, is wonderful to have you, even if it's only for a minute. Please take care of yourself, be well, be safe, and don't drink any water coming from Ohio, because holy fuck, not that we would get any water in Milwaukee from Ohio, but please don't, because that's a whole mess. That's a lot. I hate it. Al's just saying it's very important for trans activism stuff. Like a lot of trans orgs and disability orgs are only on Facebook. I remember you saying that. So I'm glad at least that bit of memory has stuck with me. That river sure does feed a lot of the U.S. Yes, it does. Although in this case that would be downriver from Milwaukee. So there is that. Not that Milwaukee doesn't have its own water problems. Like, I know that we dump a lot of shit in the lake, but I think that's Racine's issue, unfortunately. Racine's south of us, is basically what I'm saying. Milwaukee water is very good. Wait, when? What? For real? When did that happen? Because I don't remember it being bad, but I don't remember it being particularly good either. For real, after crypto, it became one of the best. Wait, hold on. I've apparently missed something, because like, isn't crypto like the NFT shit? That doesn't make sense. Did Milwaukee, did they roll their NFT money into fixing the lake? I swim in the lake. Oh, well, you have mentioned that you do the polar bear stuff. Oh wait, no, Cryptosporidia. Cryptosporidium? Yosh! Memory is rolling 20s tonight. We've got natural 20s for memory. What the fuck? I should do a pop quiz about my life. I should not. I should absolutely not. Because at least 40% of it would be actionable. And it's usually better to be able to say in a court of law that you absolutely do not remember what the fuck they're talking about. Not that that'll save you, but, like, you might convince a jury. That says, I only drink bottled water unless I'm brewing tea or coffee. I have no idea if New Orleans water is any good. I'm just, paranoid about tap water. Like, I mean, not unfair? Suspicious and wary of it. Much better. And again, like, not unfair. I don't know what Louisiana's infrastructure is like. But I don't feel like I've heard lots of good things about it. Hive says, okay, I was thinking, wait, did someone apply cryptography to water? I do remember what, vaguely what Jilly's talking about, though. There was, like, a cryptosporidium deal going on. Oh, be well, take care, stay safe. There was a cryptosporidium thing that was going on when we were living in the mill town. And I don't believe at that time it was super duper high quality. The water, not the cryptosporidium. I think cryptosporidium just makes you sick. But what I don't remember is if cryptosporidium is a bacteria or a parasite. A water stick is like crypto for water and oil? Wait, what? You mean like a dowsing rod? Are you saying a dowsing rod is... But don't dowsing rods, like, kinda work? Like, isn't there a background to that? Or is it just all hogwash and hooah? It could all be hogwash and hooah. Oh, I really want that 15... I really want the Humbling Bundle. But I do not believe we're going to be able to get the money for it. All I know is Uri Geller is now all about dowsing. Wait. Is he for it or is he against it? Because Uri Geller is like... He busts frauds, right? Wait, dowsing is his job? Wait, what? Uri Geller's a grifter? Hold... Wasn't there... Wait, who the hell am I thinking of? I thought there was somebody who was like... Who had gotten into... Like, he was a fraud buster. Uri Geller does sue the Pokemon Company. James Randi! Thank you! Thank you! I guess that the memory doesn't get all the answers tonight, but the amazing Randy! Fucking hell. I should have known that. Uri Geller is my least favorite Friends character? Wait. What? What? When was Uri Geller on Friends? I'm so confused. And I love it. I want you to know I love being confused, but also I am like really confused. Ah, glaucoma. Yeah, we could do it. Oh, is that Ross's name? Okay, okay. I guess. Wait, that's not glaucoma. That's, Kane's other eye. It's fine, I guess. I suppose. They're both kind of trash tier items, so... Whatever. Do you think, is Uri Geller like, Is Uri Geller Ross's, like, long-lost brother? His evil psychic twin, perhaps? I could see that. Yo, could you not suck? Uri Geller has now moved from spoon bending to scamming rich people into believing he can find oil using dowsing. Well, I mean, at least if he's going after the rich, it's still kind of gross, but I'd rather a huckster be defrauding rich people of money. See, the only issue with that is, like, it feels like the best way to hucksterize, is that a word? We're gonna word it. We're gonna make it a word. The only way to hucksterize the rich is to be, like, ultra conservative, and that's kind of a suck, as the kids say. I can buy oil by dowsing, but only in grocery stores. I like it. It works. Also, they almost tricked me with that chest. I was almost tricked. I should just main the Lost. Not Tainted Lost. Tainted Lost would be... that would be a problem. That would not be good for my blood pressure. In that, like, Bets, if you want a character that would really spike your anxiety, Tainted Lost is the one. Because they are not enjoyable. Well, no, that's not precisely true. They can be absurdly fun, but they can only be hit a grand total of twice in the entire run. And it's kind of like, it's a big ask. Now they do have a special ability that makes them pick up a higher class of items, like as a natural ability, which is pretty great, but I lose far more Tainted Lost runs than I win, and so generally I do not play them because they make me sad and sweaty. Are you heading to sleep? Quill, thank you so much for dropping by tonight. Thank you for sharing your picture with us. It was deeply appreciated. And I hope that you only have the nicest dreams. Only the nicest. Or else I will be wroth. Sweet loss, tainted... Oh, fudge. Wasn't paying attention. Lost my shield. Sometimes I feel like I gotta run away. I feel like I know that song. I should know that song. Speaking about songs, remind me, there's a song thing I need to check. Because I read a little bit about it, but only the headline, and it was weird. Alice says, related to grifters, but even more weird, I just found out the nephew of the King of Spain has been going to bars in Madrid, pretending to be a biker and getting into fights. The prince. Oh wait, no, he's a nephew, so he's not the prince. But what? The fuck? Why? Is he slumming? Like, is that? Does he just want to feel what it means to be alive? By getting punched in the face by bikies? Cause that's a weird flex. That's like a really weird flex. Oh, Tainted... There you go. Tainted Love by Soft Cell? I should have known that. I was once the king of Spain, but now I eat humble pie. Is it delish? Is it to die for? Would you die for this humble pie? I would not recommend that, by the way. I think I would recommend avoiding the death. I think. We're not gonna be. I want to turn into the guppy. It's now an actual political scandal. It's bizarre is what it is. You would think if you are the nephew of the King of Spain, like you would think that they could just hire somebody. Like if that's how you get your rocks off, and if it is, like more power to you. You know, adults consenting, as long as it's done, you know, safely. Sure, go to town. But like, you think they could do that discreetly? Just like get in the yellow pages, be like, what would you even hire them on as? Nephew beaters? There's got to be money in that, right? Because the guy was also planning on running for the Spanish Parliament in this year's election. And now that's dead because the guy's been getting into bar fights with a fake biker persona. Personal trainers. Ooh, good call. Good call. I like that. Gosh darn it. This die is not doing it for us. Would you pop up? Thank you. These things, they beleaguer me. They vex me even. Hive, this might only be, well, I mean, I guess this isn't anybody who's interested in statistics and trivia, but it took us longer to beat Anarchute than it did to beat LBP3's story mode. And I feel like that's kind of, that's not great. That's like definitely not great, right? Oh shit. Acid Tears, sign me up. Yeah, we could go to the shop. Honestly, getting stopwatch... Now, it's not an instant win, because we could still make some pretty silly mistakes and get ourselves killed, but... it really is taking a lot of the sting out of this run, and I love it. I am here for it. Anarchy was a game built around a campaign. LBP3 was a feature set that needed an advertisement. You're not... Wait. What? I hope that you stretched pretty well before that reach, Bets, because that's a... I mean, it's cute. Don't get me wrong, it's cute, but I feel like you really had to go out on a limb on that one. LBP was a feature set that needed an advertisement. You're not wrong, Hive, but it's like... you could look at LBP 1 and LBP 2 in the same way. Ook, motherfucking ook. That's a mood. That's an all-time mood. The real fun is accidentally doing that in Japanese, or at least any secondary language, and people just looking at you like, what are you even saying? What is it that you're aiming for here? To quick brief go back to Hive, like, I feel like you could say very similar things about LBP 1 and 2, and they still managed to be quite, like, beefy experiences. Like, they had very fulfilling story modes. Story modes where it feels like they're even worthwhile to play offline. They're a little bit sad to play offline, but they still have value in playing them. You can look at Call of Duties 1 through 3 in the same way. You can look at Call of Duty 4's 4-hour-long campaign used to sell a multiplayer mode. Okay. Oh shit. Yo, though. Mulligan. Mulligan, though. It's so pretty. We're gonna be like discount Guppy. And I'm okay with that. I could be discount Guppy. I just feel like it really exemplifies either A, B, or a little of column A and column B. Either how lazy Sumo was about the game, A, or B, how little time and resource they had to work on it, or C, both A and B. Because I do know that they were rushed. Like, Sony wanted that out for Christmas, and it was gonna happen. That said, Call of Duty 4 was being somewhat radical given its place and time in the market. Radical about having a short campaign? Oh wait, did we never, like... We gotta pick up the teleport card. Also, I had a thing recently happen to me where I was speaking in Portuguese, then by accident switched into English, and people just looked at me funny. Oh my god, is that a mood? That is something that, yeah. And the worst is when you don't realize what you've done. Like, you don't know what went sideways because you don't really pick up that you've... Oh my god, Keeper Sack, love it. Love it. Hate that. Give us good stuff. Cool. This is good. And we'll add a little bit of challenge to things. Radical about being a somewhat anti-intervention modern war shooter that when the market was flooded with World War II Greatest Generation boilerplate, that makes a lot more sense. Where is the Gusha? I'm sorry. Not to interrupt, which I've clearly done. Oh, fuck, that's why, because we're on the wrong floor. Never mind. Ignore me. I'm silly. We are not going to get to where I thought we were going to go. About as anti-interventionist as a game designed to be fun to play can be. Can you... I mean... Is it impossible to be both? It feels like it would be impossible to be both within the genre of what, like, modern warfare is, but... I don't feel like it would be impossible to have a fun game that's anti-interventionist. Alice says it's tricky because normal day-to-day talk in European Portuguese uses a lot of UK and American slang words, so people say, like, cool in English, so it gets my brain going, oh, we're speaking English, but then it makes it so I say English words that no one uses here and people just stare at me. Hate that. I hate everything about that. Darn, there's no way we're gonna make it. I totally thought we were a floor farther than we were. If we could get more of the monies, please. I would like to utilize more of the sack of the keeper. Which sounds pretty awful coming out of my mouth, but it is a very good item. Oh shit. Yes, I will take this. Keiyaku, baby! All according to Keiyaku. See, because it's the contract. That's Keiyaku in Japanese. I'm scrolling Tumblr and came across the post that someone paid to have me see, and the post is a Switch with Splatoon being played by a ginger and white cat, with the caption, "Rate my setup." I mean, that... I'm okay with that. Is that... Are we anti-ginger and white cats? Surely we're not anti-Splatoon 3. That would be absurd. This is not the monies. Game, I need you to give me the monies. Oh my god. Surely we're not anti-Bailey. I mean, see? There you go. It's okay, but it's not the paid ads I get on Twitter. I mean, but I think in this case, Alice, it's like, it's a blaze. It's not like an advertisement. I mean, Tumblr has advertisements, and they suck. And they suck even worse because they think they're clever. And I hate that. Like, I hate it deeply. Not Johnny Blaze, though. Completely different Blaze. That's Nick Cage. Wait. Nick Cage was the Johnny Blaze. I know Nick Cage is Ghost Rider, but hold on, I might be forgetting my Ghost Rider lore. Like, Johnny Blaze was the 70s Ghost Rider. The one that was a stunt rider for the circus. I thought Nick Cage's Ghost Rider was more the 90s Ghost Rider? The character's name, who I cannot remember, but has the iconic leather jacket look. Now, 70s Ghost Rider had that like, rockin' blue jacket. Just absolutely fabulous. I think he was Blaze, but there have been many Ghost Riders. There have indeed been a large number of Ghost Riders. Nick Cage's Ghost Rider also had the stunt circus backstory. Okay, then I guess he was Johnny Blaze, and I kind of hate that. Because Johnny Blaze is actually fairly cool. Wait. There are 2 Ghost Rider movies. Do they both feature Nick Cage? Where do we go? Honestly, I think we go to the... I hate all these items. I hate all these items. I hate them. Stunt motorcyclist Johnny Blaze decides to give up his soul to become Ghost Rider and fight against Blackheart, the son of Mephistopheles, the devil himself. Nick Cage is in the second one. Fuck me sideways. I love it. It's about as gonzo as you can make a mainstream comic book adaptation. Now, is it part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe? Because that would be hilarious. Also, would that make Nick Cage the only character who's played two separate Marvel Cinematic Universe characters? Because... Or the only actor, that is? Because he was also, like, Noir Spider-Man. Hold on, let me killify this room. Okay, let me killify this room and not die. Marvel had a different Ghost Rider, but not by Cage, that later got retconned out. There was like there was a Ghost Rider in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., right? Oh, fuck me sideways. I hate that. Fuck. Right, acid tears and bomb rocks do not mix. Remember that? Mixed things I've heard about the second one is it isn't gonzo enough, and there are stretches of boring. Hate that. I did see that, Alice, and I will echo the statement made by somebody on a Discord that I'm on. They damn well better have him punching Nazis. Like, if he's not, they've done something wrong. Chris Evans was the Human Torch and Captain America, but Human Torch is not MCU. Like, Enter the Spider-Verse is technically MCU, right? Because of the multiverse stuff? Tom Holland and No Way Home and all that? But if they bring Fantastic Four into MCU, it's not going to be the Chris Evans one. I guess. Alice says it's a lot more interesting than a lot of that era's... oh, fuck. No, shit. Okay. Okay. Hold up. Gotta focus. Hate that. We can die on this run. Like, I can lose my shield in a room and die. It'll just come back. If I don't die, that is. It's at least better than Drive Angry. Drive Angry sounds like total pants. Like, there doesn't... Wait, hold on, let me check. Let me check. Drive Angry is not the one about the evil tire? Bets Twitch is for shit. Like, if it wasn't the only game in town, I don't think anybody would use it. Drive Angry was criminally boring for a supernatural action movie featuring both Nick Cage and William Fichtner. Rubber is the evil tire. Also, like, bonus points for spelling tire correctly. I love that. I will die on the hill that tire looks classier with a Y. Shoot. Now we need to re-roll that. Wait. An evil city in Lebanon? Wait, is there... Wait, Tyre. Wait, Tyre? Is it pronounced Tyre? No, I'm... It took me a second to realize the city that you're talking about, but now I'm not... Is it... Does it have the same pronunciation? I'm gonna have to, like, pull it up on the Googles or something. Evil Horn. I will tease you over the concurrent spellings on... I mean, that's fair. Like, please, by all means. I also believe that you should put a U in both color and behavior, as well as discover. So I accept that I may be forever tainted in the eyes of American English teachers everywhere, but the U looks better. I gotta finish watching Bad Lieutenant Port of Call New Orleans. Is that like... Do you gotta though? Do you gotta? Cause that sounds awful. Honestly though, seriously, yeah? Bets? I'll take theater with an RE. I'm all good with that. Have you ever watched G-Men from Hell? No, I haven't. Now, that sounds like it should be amazing, which probably means that it's not. Is it amazing? But why? Hive is my question. Like, I don't know that I've heard anything good about Bad Lieutenant 2, and certainly it wasn't a movie that needed making. Like, I don't think that the world was crying out for it. Wait. For real? Okay. Okay. I'll eat shit on that one. I did not know that was a Herzog jam. It's a Werner Herzog movie where Herzog was being Herzog and snagged him a Nick Cage being a Nick Cage, and a pairing like that hasn't been seen since Herzog and Kinski. Okay. Okay. I am always happy to be wrong about something. I have no qualms about being wrong, and apparently I was well wrong about that. I'm probably also going to be wrong about doing this room. This is probably going to turn out to be a mistake. Oh fuck me. Yeah. Oh shit, but we can kill his eyeballs. And that's always worth doing. Alice says it's a comic book adaptation of indie comic. Right, adapting one of its arcs, and it's good. It has a budget of like €5, but it kind of rules. Bobcat Goldthwait is in G-Men from Hell? What the fuck? Why didn't you tell me that at first? Why would you hide that detail from me? Now it goes on the list where I say that I really want to watch it, and I probably never get around to it. Honestly though, like, you would think of that era of comedians that would probably, like, burn out and die early. Bobcat Goldthwait is in that group. Like, he's definitely, like, Bobcat Goldthwait is like a poor man's Sam Kinison, and Sam Kinison didn't last that long. I do have a certain amount of love for the Bobcat, though. Why am I carrying around 2 of Hearts? I can't use it. Like, literally, I cannot use it. Because this character has no hearts? Also, Gary Busey has a small role. That sounds messy. That sounds messy as fuck. Question on the table. Did Jake Busey do anything besides The Frighteners? Because I actually kind of liked Jake Busey in The Frighteners. Beth says, "Don't get me wrong. He's a delightful train wreck to watch. I just had no idea he was still around." Oh no, I didn't think that you were throwing any opprobrium on the Bobcat. And I will admit to being just as surprised as you are. I hadn't had specific reason to think him dead, but it just kind of feels like somebody that you would hear like, "Oh yeah, he had a heart attack back in like '99. Oh, of course, it makes perfect sense." Jake Busey's in a lot of B-genre movies. Good on him. Good on the Jakester. Like, that seems like a niche that's been made for him. And a good amount of TV. Now, that I wouldn't have expected. Unless it's like, I don't know, Wings? Have they done a reboot of Wings yet? Because Jake Busey could be in that. Jake Busey could totally be in Wings. He could play the mechanic who turned out to be an asshole. Jake Busey strikes me as the kind of person who they call in for celebrity editions of reality shows. That's like, yeah, that's a pretty good place to put him in. I could see that. Hold on, I know I'm missing a bunch of stuff here, and it's just gonna take me about a minute to catch up. Because if we die on this run, this is the most likely room to do it in. Our DPS is okay, but it's not like... We could definitely use a higher tier stat. Cool. What did I miss? He was in an episode of the Swamp Thing show. I did not even... I feel like y'all have told me that Swamp Thing got a show again, and you've told me this on multiple occasions, and I have managed to forget it every single fucking time. I do not want either of those. I will absolutely take something that will resurrect us. That sounds like a good idea. Do we have... I mean, we don't have any syringes, so I think we're going to pass on that one. Hopefully we'll get 9 lives. That'll put us closer to Guppy. We did not, in fact, get 9 lives. I hate that. Beth says, watched the first episode of Swamp Thing, but it didn't really hook me. Doom Patrol was much more awesome. Doom Patrol is like... It's so weird, because I've seen DVD boxes for it over here, and it looks like a parody of a show. Now, I've heard really good things about it, and I've heard really good things about it from people whose opinions I trust on the matter, so, like, I don't think it's a bad show, but, like, if you just look at the stills that they put on the box, and there's very much a feeling of, like, what, this is for real, though? It looks like something that would be playing in the background of a TV show if they were going to have a parody of a superhero TV show. I saw a bit of Swamp Thing, and it had a man splatted by trees. Like, I feel like that's kind of the best that you could hope for with a TV adaptation from Swamp Thing. Like, I don't think that they would get too deep into the whole what Swamp Thing's daughter's been Oh, we're not fighting Delirium. Like, we are not. That's not gonna happen. Been, what, is possessed by demons or something? Or Anton Arcane has come back from hell and is possessing Swamp Thing's daughter? I just remember, like, she had a giant fly eyeball, and it looked like it was grafted onto her face. And it was, like, a lot. It's got Brendan Fraser and Matt Bomer. I cannot complain. Swamp Thing got cancelled. Well, I mean, Doom Patrol got cancelled too, right? Everything got cancelled. Whoa, 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 whoa. Tales from the Crypt. Hold on, what did I miss? What? Wait, Jake Busey was in Tales from the Crypt episode? Was it past season 5? Because after season 4, it starts getting real hard to find good things in Tales from the Crypt. Tales from the Crypt, Jake Busey. I gotta check this. Surprise Party, 1994. Holy shit! He stars as Frank. 94 is like... What season would that be? I'm still in high school then, so like... Season 2? Season 3? Holy shit! I remember this! He's got like the goofiest looking look. Oh shit. No account Ray Wells kills his dying father so he can inherit an old ruined farmhouse. Unbeknownst to Ray, said farmhouse has a nightmarish legacy attached to it. I mean, that sounds way better than the one where Bill Paxton eats an entire fucking stick of butter. Although the Bill Paxton episode does have Brad Dourif in it. And he's good. But also Brad Dourif in the episode has got, like, clearly made for TV learning disabilities or autism or a mix of the two. And it's not really a great look. But it does have a Siamese twin who gets shot, and then his brother lives on with the dead twin rotting on his back, which is pretty fucked up, but is also amazing. Season 6? Wait. Tales from the Crypt 1994 was season 6? Holy shit, what? Yo, though. That can't be right. That means it started in 1988? Uso! Holy shit on me. And my parents were letting me watch that in season 1? When I was 10 years old? Mom? Dad? Can we talk? Y'all wouldn't let me watch Platoon, but you would let me watch All Through the House with the killer Santa Claus? What the actual fuck? Looks like HBO Max has aired half of Doom Patrol, Season 4, and the rest is to be determined. HBO Max does not give me shiny happy thoughts about the future of that show because HBO Max, they suck. I'm getting into the strong language, but they suck. Oh, Evelyn! How you doing, yo? I'm doing pretty well. Evelyn, because I don't have another way to send you... Well, I do, actually. I could send you videos on PSN. But instead, I'm just going to spam chat with it because, like... Because that's where I am. You gotta check this out. I made this in LBP because, like... I spent 2 weeks making fish. And then I decided I needed to make a Cento. So, but it's wonderful to see you. I hope you're doing well. I hope that you're feeling not sick, because I know that you've been kind of dealing with sick stuff recently. Also, Hive, Willem Dafoe does not hang dong in Platoon, so I don't see what the problem was. It's only 17 seconds long. so don't worry about it being a time investment. It's very cute. That says it was originally produced for DC Universe, the DC Comics streaming server, but then it failed financially and HBO bought it out. Okay. Wait, now hold up a second. I'm trying to get like my mergers and axings straight in my head, because HBO Max, they're the ones that killed Batgirl, right? Even though it was like already completed and they just needed to fucking put the thing in theaters, but they killed it. Was that also a DC jam that they got when they bought that out? Or was that like a completely separate thing that just happens to be like licensed from DC? I know that HBO Max has just been like just fucking stabbing the shit out of things. I hadn't really paid attention to the Batgirl stuff. Like I'd heard people seem to be fairly excited about it. Brendan Fraser coming back seemed pretty happy. I heard good things about the set and filming. Like it was actually a really positive set to film on. I mean, that's gonna be with a grain of salt, I suppose, because anybody who's like currently in production in a film is probably not gonna talk shit about it, but like it didn't seem to be like a lot of, what's the word that I want? Drama? Talking about media and I don't remember the word drama. Had a woman of color as Batgirl. I don't know if there was also queer rep, but I feel like there was. Like, it seemed like there was low-key but positive buzz about it. And then it was just on the chopping block with a bunch of other stuff that HBO Max cut. Took everybody by surprise because it was, from what I understand, it was finished. Like it was a completed product. They didn't really need to do anything else with it. They just needed to put it in theaters. Morally corrupt. Oh my god. That's an epic name for a drag queen. Evelyn says I've been fairly alright. Excuse me? Might be heading to the hospital soon due to long-lasting pain in my lower right abdomen. Hopefully that goes well and isn't anything bad, but I won't get anything more since I don't feel like this is the right place to talk about it. Evelyn, we respect your boundaries. We will not push you on that. I will just ask you to do what is within your power to keep yourself well, and to take care of yourself, and hope at least that your situation, broadly speaking, is a safe one, but do not feel like you need to share more than you're comfortable sharing. Beth says, you know what I want? I want an actual accurate to the Gail Simone run adaptation of Birds of Prey instead of that butcher of an adaptation show that came out for one season, 2002. I mean, I don't know how accurate it was, but the movie was pretty good. I guess it was more of a Harley Quinn movie and a setup for a Birds of Prey movie. Or, well, a setup for a Birds of Prey media something that may or may not ever exist, but it did have the birds of prey. They were both birds, and they were preying on things, or people, specifically Ewan McGregor, who is so oily in that movie. He's just really, really gross. And I love it. I love that for him. He pulls it off quite well. But we did finish our second run, and we are coming into the second hour, so I am going to take a short break. James Wait, is James Gunn was working on The Flash? I thought James Gunn was doing the Suicide Squad stuff. Evelyn says, I appreciate it, definitely getting it checked out soon. Not normal for you to have constant dull and occasionally piercing pain in your lower right abdomen for like 4 days. Yeah, that's not, I would say generally speaking that's a bit unusual. It's definitely something that I would be happy if you were getting it checked out. Which you are, so that's good. Keep us informed. And again, within what you feel comfortable informing us on. But let me take this break because I can feel my mouth getting tacky, which means that I need to hydrate myself. Y'all, if y'all could hydrate yourselves as well, that would make me super happy. Unless you just did that. In which case you don't need to overhydrate unless you're a plant. In which case, like, for who? The CIA? What would they possibly want to know from my channel? I have no covert plans. Do I have covert plans? I'll be back. Alright, I'm back early. Ella says, plotting to take over the world is a potential... Hold on, I'm on the wrong screen. Is potential covert plan we may not know about. I'll be straight up with you, Evelyn, although this is definitely something that someone who was plotting to take over the world would probably say. I have zero desire. Like, I do not want to rule the world. That would suck. I have a hard enough time ruling my life. In fact, I'm pretty sure that I don't actually rule my life. So the responsibilities of actual world domination, that's what I never got about like comic book villains. I mean, I guess like Doom. I could kind of see Doom getting into it. He seems like a guy who wants to be like in charge of everything, but like you get these guys who are like, yeah, I want to take over the world. It's like, do you fucking know how much work that is? That's like, that would be so much work, because it's like, okay, you win. Now you're the ruler of the world. Have fun deciding everything forever. No fucking way. Not a chance. That says definitely that subversive doesn't strike me as that ambitious. Not even. I was gonna say you've got me pegged, and then I thought, you know, maybe phrasing on that one. You understand me quite well. We'll say that. Also, Bets, that was really nice of you to send me in the DMs. I thought that was very sweet. You're a sweetums. Hive, as to your DM, what the actual fuck? What is sad mommy? Like, what the fuck is going on with that? This is not like any kind of, I don't think this is any private information. It's just like a Tumblr thing that Hive shared with me, some meme thing, I guess? Meme adjacent, at least. Sad mommy was involved. It was weird. You must have DM'd me like a bit back and I forgot to check, but I checked now. Popping back to Evelyn, is this fair enough? Taking over the world would be quite ambitious. Not sure if Reese would have the ambition to topple every single world government, and then taking over all of them at once does sound like it'd be a bit of effort. If she put her mind to it, potentially. I mean, I'll take that as a vote of confidence. And I appreciate the vote of confidence. I really, really do. Continuing, he says, never really understood that. How do you even keep charge, since what if some small area has a uprising and you can do anything because you're too busy with other things, too much area to try to keep under control? Like, yeah, I mean, you'd have to delegate. Like, even if you're Superman, you know, you can't be, or like whatever the Superman analog is in this universe, because Superman's really not the type to take over the world. Like, what are you gonna do? You're gonna fly around every day, all day, and just like put out these little fires of resistance? Because that would suck. And if you're doing that, then who's doing the decision making? Who's gonna be like running the world? So then you delegate, and if you're delegating, then like, well, why even rule the world? Just give it to that guy. You're like, okay, you do it in my name. You're the council of high muckety mucks. It is like it's okay. A lot of writers have done evil Superman, and actually like the character Superman being evil, not just like an analogous character like an Invincible. Like you said, with Injustice, that's part of the plot line of Injustice. I'm not a big follower of DC. That was never really my jam, but even to me, who's someone who's relatively like outside of that canon, it never really feels in Superman's character. Like, it doesn't seem like who he is, like what he represents as a character. And it always kind of feels forced and false when I hear stories like that. Like I hear the plot synopses of those kinds of stories. So it's not so much that they haven't been done, because they certainly have. It doesn't feel like Superman. Justice Lord Superman took over the world, as did Injustice Superman, yes. There's the one Superman where there's kind of a take on this, and I forget the name of it. It's a fairly famous story. I think it's an Alan Moore story, where Superman like does actually kill somebody, and like realizes what that means, that he can do that, and what he takes that as meaning is that he can't be Superman anymore, and he basically like completely stops. He shunts off, like, I mean, he still has access to his powers, but he just doesn't do it anymore. He doesn't do the Superman life anymore, because he realizes that it kind of opens up the door for him to just do whatever, and that's not who he is. And him going down that route, you know, ends with comic book dystopia. Toppling the bureaucracy means you become the bureaucracy. I mean, yeah. Unless, like, you break down things into a much smaller unit, and even those are still going to have bureaucracy of a form. But yeah, toppling the world governments to make a world government, that doesn't seem like any fun at all. Evelyn says, honestly, taking people we see as good heroes and turning them into these violent, evil stories is something I find interesting. The Batman Who Laughs is really interesting to me. It's not like... I'm kicking this around in my mind, because I don't... let me think. How do I want to say this? It's not that I think that you can't do like an interesting story with it, or you can't do an interesting setting with it. I don't think that's impossible. I do think that, like, you take characters that ostensibly, because I mean, superheroes have got there's like a whole bag of discussion that you could have about superheroes, and you know, well, how they represent the use of power, and do they lean necessarily towards authoritarianism, and like looking for strong men to come save the day, and there's a whole bag of discussion in there. But ostensibly, like, you've got characters who are attempting to show an ideal, attempting to show something that at least the creators think is some kind of force of moral good, and to just make them evil, I think, like, it just feels kind of like shitting on it. Now, I do think, like, you can do really good deconstructions, and going back to, like, Alan Moore and Watchmen, where he takes the superhero archetypes and kind of twists them around and looks at them in a slightly more realistic fashion, like what kind of people would be superheroes and what would that do to people. And, like, there's a really interesting story in there. But, like, Dr. Manhattan is not Superman. Night Owl is not Batman. Like, they don't have that baggage to them, I think, where you're deconstructing the archetype, not pulling apart that character specifically. And I think that gives a little bit more room to work. Beth says, come on, murdering Superman, listen to the sage advice of the Pringles commercials. Once you pop, the fun don't stop. Well, that's kind of the problem, though, isn't it? I think it's interesting to see them in the position of the villain. Role swaps are also interesting. Yeah. Without getting into spoilers, Bungo Stray Dogs had a spin-off that did this, and I think it's phenomenally done. I should take a look at that. Like, I should point something out. Like, I do say this every now and then, but I think it's a good thing to point out sometimes. Like, please don't take anything that I say as the be-all and end-all. Like, I do try to think about the stuff that I say, and I do mean the things that I say, but, you know, they're coming from my own flawed perspective, so, like, I'm not gonna jump on anybody's feet for disagreeing with me. Within reason, of course. Like, if somebody comes in and starts, like, fashing up the place, yeah, they're gonna have trouble, but, like, no, there's definitely room for discussion on the topic. I'm not super attached to my opinion on that one. I've got to write this down, actually, because not the part about being wrong, I know that pretty well. The part about Bungo Stray Dogs, because this is like the second time you've mentioned it, so... Cool beans. Now, I think we've got enough time for... We've only got like about a half an hour left in the stream, so... Who makes for a quick run? Like, we could do the Lost again. Lost runs are fairly quick. We could do Azazel. Let's do Azazel. He can be fairly quick, but we do need to be a little bit on schedule. Because I do have to work tomorrow. We all consume things differently and have our own opinions, and I think it's fun to hear someone's thoughts on a subject, as long as you can keep it civil and calm. I think, like, it's a good skill to have. It's not always one that I'm successful in, but it's one that I've gotten a lot better at. Ooh, Kaus is good, but we're not gonna get 15 coins. But we could try. One of the things that I don't think this is specifically like the internet did this, but I don't think it helped. That I feel like it's almost kind of like equalized the stakes on any discussion, whereas anything that's being talked about is like the most important thing in the world and must be fought for tooth and nail, which kind of makes it a little bit difficult to have like a thoughtful, nuanced discussion on something that doesn't have high stakes. Oh, God, I am 1 coin off. Come on. Do not do this to me. I want my cows. Thank you. Thank you. I was asking for so very little. Lies, blasphemy, foul slander. My opinion is the only correct one on all subjects, and I shall respond to all insinuations otherwise with vitriolic posturing. Exactly what I was saying. Excuse me. A perfect example. Now that's a good one though. I like that example. Bungo Stray Dogs is a really interesting story. I recommend the anime personally since I can read. Why can't Tori read? Let me defeat this mummy, and then I will read what you said, or at least attempt to. Please, mummy, don't you dare! I saw that mummy getting ready to bring those spiders back from the dead. I recommend the anime personally since it adapts really well and also adapts canon light novels. I recommend reading Beast after at least season 3. Beast being a spin-off that swaps the roles of protagonist and his rival. Okay. Alright, now cows better pay off for us. That's all I'm saying. Or I'm gonna be Cheeseord. Oh, we should have definitely taken... Nisco, you kind of muffed that one. I was worried about this run, but then you took out that mummy, and I think you really got ahead. Oh my god. Bets. Bets, though. We gotta get, like... We gotta get you and Quill, like, playing off each other. 'Cause she's another one for the puns. And it would just be... Sparks would fly. I think there would be sparks. Sparks would fly. The good kind of sparks, not the bad kind. Yeah, I like the... I like the version that we got. I think that was a good one. Now, I want to... I do need to rush, but... I also want to see the shop. So that's kind of a problem. Oh my god. What? You are the biggest douchebag in the world, game. You're really gonna sit there. You're gonna give us... You're gonna sit us at 2 fucking coins away from one of the best items in the game when we've got an item that charges things when we do damage. Why do you fucking hate me? What is your malfunction?
The Hierophant.
I do not understand. Now we gotta go hunt around for another 2 freaking coins. But if we get them, let me tell ya, we will be a giant baby. I mean that literally, like, the item turns us into a giant baby, we are invincible, and we just stomp on everything until it dies. I love it. This run is amazing. This is, quite possibly, best run ever. Clearly CIA is in on this, clearly the game is in on the CIA plot to stop you from taking over the world. Like, they don't have to go so hard. Really, honestly. I think Bungo Stray Dogs does the role swap well since the protagonist rival is sort of in a gray area character, whilst they are... Whilst they're an antagonist, they'll do good things if it's in their best interest. Okay. So, even with them being... I love this. Fucking just give it to me. All day long. Like, even though they're swapped, they're still kind of like in character for what they do. Okay, look, I need you, thank you. Please. I would like to continue being this giant baby. Now we do need to increase our damage because our charge is based on damage done. So there's an interplay between the HP of the enemies, the damage that we output, and how fast we charge the item. Beast really does it greatly. Okay. Like, you've definitely got my interest piqued. You're... I'm trying to work piquant into the sentence, and it's just not, it's not coming to me, and I hate that. Oh yes, I will take more flies. Give me all the flies. Okay, I would just like to be a giant baby again. You see, the thing is that I would like to be a giant baby. We could be a giant baby, by the way. I just didn't want to waste it on rooms where it wasn't going to really help us. Oh shit, we already did that room. You know, like that. I am a giant baby. I will crush all who stand in my path. You think you're so cool, buddy, but you don't even know. Excuse me, can I not pick up that chest? Can I not pick up this key, which is a card? Is not a key? We are very clearly close to the 3-hour... I can't pick up any... I can't attack? What? 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 No! You can't! What? I can't attack! What is this? What is this nonsense? Hold on a second. I hate everything about this. Why you gotta be fucking with me, game? Why you gotta be fucking with me? I know it's hard, Bets. I know it's hard, and I appreciate every moment of it. You're a sweetie. This is not a family-friendly stream, but even still, it is appreciated. We are not, as it were, super lewd. Sometimes we're a little lewd, as a treat. Just such easy bait. You know, it's all innocent. It's not even an act. Made me laugh. I'm okay with that. Now, I don't need to take shit from these bosses. I think it's quite rude. I am a giant baby. Take that. We will kill this angel. Much like a Trent Reznor jam, this is how we kill angels. I never listened to any of their stuff. Also, Evelyn, I'm sorry, I missed a big chunk from you. Let me pause it when we get to the next floor. Okay. I should mention that BSD is a supernatural mystery seinen. Basically imagine superhuman detectives, a detective agency where people have abilities but they aren't extremely overpowered, but it's still fitting. And some are interesting, like the ability to solve a crime scene almost instantly. It's not used a lot, usually just to help the plot progress, and it's flipped on its head a few times. That sounds kind of cool. That sounds like a thing I could get behind. Ooh, Isaac's Soul. Yeah, I'll take that. No, you've taken my baby form! I need to be baby full-time. I don't know, I came out like 4 years ago, so I think technically speaking I can no longer call myself baby. And that's okay. I'm okay with that. Ooh, yes, I will take the tears up. please, make me cry. I believe season 4 is currently airing. I haven't been following the anime since I got caught up with the manga. Does the anime like outpace the manga? Hopefully it's not like one of those deals with what was it, Soul Eater, where they finished the anime and the manga was only what, like a quarter of the way through the plot? I still have to watch Soul Eater. I've got it on DVD and I've never even looked at it. Okay, look, I will tank this damage. We have time, but we don't have like all the time in the world. Okay, I won't tank that damage. Also, I am not taking the fucking D4. Fuck that noise. I will take Plum Flute, but only so I could turn into Beelzebub. I do love Plum Flute. It is a wonderful item, but not when we have baby form. Baby form is trumps the Plum Flute. The anime is behind and will likely adapt something a few arcs ago. It's seasonal. Okay. For example, I think season 3 aired in 2019. Huh. So it's not like a yearly release? That seems kind of weird. Or does it? Do I even know like how anime are licensed anymore? I do not. And she said, baby, 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 why? Are we doing mass destruction? Is that what we're doing? Because we could do mass destruction. Those are like the only lyrics I know to that song. But they are amazing. It's not burn your bread, but it's up there. Oh, fuck's sakes. Y'all, the game, like, wants us to go slow. And I'm like, game, I'm like some form of hedgehog here in which I have to go fast. Contractually, I am obligated to go fast. I am sorry that you are not aware of this. My lawyers will contact you. I expect full payments for damages to my immortal soul. Okay, but if we could take significantly less damage, that would be cool. I would like that. No, I do not want that. That is trash. Season 1 to 2 was 2016, Season 3 was 2019, currently is Season 4. Manga's monthly and started 2012. Okay, wait. Items, I need cards, please. With the cards? Thank you. Tears down! Fuck you, buddy! Fuck you and the horse you rode in on! As long as the horse is into it. Also you. We're big on consent here. But still... Fuck you, I guess? Kinda takes a sting out of it. A legally distinct alternative hedgehog. See, there you go. You can call me Tonic. Tonic the Hedgehog. Is Tonic also allowed to love chili dogs? Because I do think that chili dogs are pretty fine. Not very fine, that's a fruit juice, but they're pretty fine. kind of could just, you know, I could get behind a good cheeseburger. I don't remember the last time I had like a really significantly delicious cheeseburger. I've had decent ones, but like it's not so much that Japan can't do cheeseburgers, although they're not like particularly known for it. But usually like a halfway decent cheeseburger is kind of expensive. And I ain't got that kind of money. Like, even Burger King's freaking expensive over here. McDonald's is raising the prices. It's like a whole big thing. That's what's got, like, everybody panicked about the economy, because like McDonald's never raises their prices. They've been artificially keeping them low forever. Like, that's not even a joke. That's like, that's a whole thing. Burger King is expensive. Fucking Burger King. I hope it's worth it, since Burger King's garbage over here. I mean, it's garbage over here too. Like, it's Burger King. Now, I will say, and I will be honest, that like every now and then I could actually go for a Burger King cheeseburger. I won't lie. With bacon, but I would never make the claim that it's particularly good, because that would be a lie. That would be a terrible lie. I would hate that. Okay, Mother, so, see, the thing is, Mother, I need you to stop stomping on me. Mommy, don't stomp on me. It's the opposite of the Dimitrescu problem. Okay, but could we kill you faster? What if like all of this but faster? We got time. I do not want the clicker. That is trash. This is also mostly trash, let's be honest. But we can just killinate everything. And I'm a fan of killinating. I know that both Bets and Evelyn have got stuff up, and I will check it as soon as I finish this boss rush. It should be relatively quick for us. I'm sorry, I'm just baby forever now. I hope that you like that. I hope that you love it. Is this baby enough for you? Are you getting all the baby action that you need? I hope so. I hope so. Because there's just all of this and more. This is what we bring to you. This is our content now. We are baby. Now you gonna be the worm face. I had a weird daydream of the worm face bit from Squirm, but as a 90s infomercial, and it was kind of a lot. Also, that's a bot, and I don't know if Hive is here, so I'm gonna have to bot it. We're gonna ban you. Thank you. What did I miss? Let me quick peep. Since I got it paused. Beth says, well, imagine given the limited landmass of the archipelago, Japan doesn't have an abundance of cattle farms, which means beef is largely imported, so of course burgers are expensive. I mean, yeah, we do have some cattle farms, surprisingly, but generally dairy farms, not quite as much for, like, beef production. But usually, like, fast food is still... It's relatively reasonable. Evelyn says, Soul Eater is also on my read list soon, alongside with Fire Force. Currently giving Black Lagoon a shot. I feel like I'd like to go back to Soul Eater, because I read it, quote-unquote, kind of when I first got here, and my level of Japanese was extremely low, so I was mostly digging on it from a visual perspective, and I kind of wonder how well it holds up, like, as a story. I think I could follow it a lot better now. I don't think I could follow it perfectly, like, I'm not at that point, but I feel like I'd get more of the nuance, and certainly would get more of the dialogue than I did at the time. At the time, I was just like, this anime is fashion as hell, and also everybody looks like a crossbreed of traditional anime and Scud the Disposable Assassin, and I love that. I still think Okubo's got style for miles. But I recall people talking about Fire Force, that it was not the jam. So, like, I don't 100% know how to take that. If you enjoy Soul Eater, I recommend giving Fire Force a try since they're connected to each other. I did try, like, the first 2 or 3 episodes when it was out on Netflix, like when it first came out, and I didn't hate it, but it also didn't quite, like, capture me as a viewer, but I was also in a very weird spot at the time. Beth says, I tried watching the Soul Eater anime, but I have a low threshold for gore, and Squick's super easy. So an early episode made me quit after I... Oh, jeepers. Yeah, I could see that being a big issue. Like, if you've got, like, body horror issues, or gore violence issues, yeah, like, Soul Eater's pretty cartoony, but I could definitely see it pushing those buttons. Which I should keep in mind, and I will try to keep in mind, in case I have a recommend that's maybe not an appropriate recommend. Definitely avoid Chainsaw Man. That seems fair. Now that's really funny, Bets. And you have to admit that seems a little bit like a contradiction. I'm not saying that it is. I'm not saying that you're being duplicitous, but it is unexpected. I, on the other hand, did squick out during Berserk, but not because of the gore. I had pretty negative reactions to the bit with Casca and Griffith on the night of all the demons popping up and pulling people into little pieces. Because I could read and understand exactly enough Japanese to know how miserable she was, and it really made, like, when that's the only dialogue you understand in the comic, it kind of, you know, like, it kind of has an effect. Let me catch what you said in just a second. Let me clear out this... Dang it. There's an invisible enemy in here, too. It's not about the level of gore, but how the scenes are shot. Slow pans and zooms and such are what trigger me. It's when they pay attention to it that I start to squick. So Chrono's transformation was just too elaborate. I dig that. I can totally 100% dig that. Are you, like, there is clearly a hole in this wall. Dear Liza, dear Liza. There was not, in fact, a hole in that wall. I was wrong. It was me being wrong. I find that type of gore for me is more difficult to deal with the more realistic the violence is. Like body horror, like in the traditional sense of body horror, like things that are dealing with a lot of transformation, things that are dealing with like strangeness to the body, doesn't really bother me. The cartoon violence of slashers don't bother me. Your Hellraiser style, like, very ritualistic, but also very fantastic, like, that doesn't bother me. But stuff that conceivably could happen bothers me a lot. I'm trying to think of a good example off the top of my head, and it's not coming, and I don't know why. Like, I can see an image in my mind, but I can't think of a movie that it's attached to, which feels absurd. Okay, but Mother, what if you just died? How about them apples? Evelyn says, I really do hope that the Berserk chapters get short as I get deeper in, since God, I don't dig the 200-page chapters. I don't know, honestly, like, how the formatting goes as the series goes on. I know that it's big and it's chonky. And I know that the guy died in the midst of making it. Now you give us rock bottom. You could have done that at any time, game. You could have done that at any time. I'm just saying that that was an available option, and you chose not to. This run is just tits. That's a good thing, by the way. In this case. I wonder how Jackie's doing these days. He's got to be old as hell now. Another thing that's quickly on hard, the opening sequence is Showtime's Dexter. You know the show, The Serial Killer Who Hunts Serial Killers? Oh, I'm familiar with Dexter, yeah. But only unfortunately by reputation. I've never actually seen it. I did think of an example. Devil's Rejects. Devil's Rejects bothered me a lot. And it's not, like, it's not really significantly gory, but the violence in it is very much like sexual violence, and it's graphic and it's very like focused on, and like the dominance of the scene in a social sense is really front and center, and that bothered me a lot. And it's managed to bother me like every time I've tried to watch the movie. I have watched the movie a number of times, I've finished it, but it's not like... It's not a comfortable movie for me to watch. It's funny, not funny, that was like one of the only two things that bothered me in the It Chapter 2 that came out, which was a terrible movie. That movie was shit. It wasn't it was shit. But the scenes with Bev and her husband, and like the tension of domestic violence in that scene, and the gay bashing that starts the movie, like, they were really just too much for me. I did not handle them well. The rest of your movie with like clowns biting off kids' faces, like, oh yeah, that's like no problem at all. That was nothing. Depictions of domestic violence, though, not definitely not where I'm at as a viewer. Evelyn says Black Swordman is unbelievably chunky. Really good, but really chunky. Reading too much gives a headache, and so having to read multiple 100-page chapters, it gives me a bad headache. That's super fair. Like, that's 100% fair. And formatting can definitely... Like, formatting itself is part of the media. It's not a separate thing, it's not a side, it is like, it's all part and parcel. So, if the formatting is set up in a way that's just aggressive to you as a reader, yeah, like, I could definitely see how that would give you trouble. One of my worst mistakes was when I was like 24 and blind rented the first Saw movie because it had Carrie Ellis in it. That, yeah, I could see how that might be, you know, a thing. It does definitely have Carrie Ellis in it, though. He is not in tights, but he is in it. Also is in it to win it. I see the appeal of Berserk. I don't mind 30 to 50 page chapters, but 100 plus is just too much. That's like, yeah, I could dig that. Alright, we are gonna baby on Blue baby, and it will be amazing. Oh, now they don't want to give us the Void Portal because they know that we would absolutely wreck Deli-chan. But that's okay. We had a bit of an ugly loss to start the stream, which is a shame because that was, I think, that was a winnable run. But we had two like pretty good runs to wrap things up. This has been, like, what the world needed. More baby-on-baby violence. One of them is going to pull out a gun. Evelyn says JoJo Part 9 starts in a few days. That'll be interesting to see. I hope that it is everything that you want and more. I know that you're a big fan of that, you and Kronos. This was a wonderful stream, y'all. I super appreciate it. It was good to hear a lot of happy news. Bets, it was really nice that you could hang out with us. I know that the time zones don't always work out for you, but of course it was. I'm here. Modesty, hardly know her. Wait, that doesn't work. Hold on, something like that. Something like that. We dig a gal with confidence. This is true. But no, it was lovely to have you here, and you're always welcome in the empty room to chill out with us. But I do realize, like, just time zones are a whole fucking thing, so that's understandable. Evelyn as well. Please keep taking care of yourself, Evelyn. Don't worry more about it than is necessary. But I'm glad that you're getting it looked at. Administrata. Thursday will be, I don't know, maybe Risk of Rain 2? Maybe Thursday will be Risk of Rain 2. It doesn't have that song that gives you trouble, Bets, because I remember that you said when we played Risk of Rain 1 that one of the songs was giving you pretty bad vibes. But that song is not in Risk of Rain 2, so I don't think that one should be off the table. But it might be fun for us. Friday will be Little Big Planet, as usual. And then Monday, the 20th, we will be starting Signalis. And that should be exciting. I have heard very little about it, but what I have heard has been interesting. And I'm big on interesting. It has been described to me as a science fiction King in Yellow with lesbians, which is like 2 out of 3 of my favorite things in the world, and I'm pretty big on science fiction also. So, like, that's pretty cool. Hope everybody has a wonderful week, and I'll update y'all whenever I can. Hope the next streams go well if I don't have the chance to pop in. See y'all soon. Evelyn, thank you so much. You have a wonderful week as well. Bets, you as well. I do have to put a bow on things, so I will ask everyone, as always, please be taking care of yourselves. Drink all the water or electrolyte-filled stuff that you need. Try to get in at least 1 meal a day. Even if it's quote-unquote trash, just try to eat something so your body's got some energy to work with. If you've got medications, try to be taking those medications as close to schedule as possible, but importantly, remember that you have touched a lot of people's lives and a lot of people are rooting for you. They want you to have your best life, and I am just one of those people, but there are others. You're not alone. And from me, Iska, here in Tokyo, to all of you out there, wherever you may happen to be, thank you, arigato, arigasamilta, sayonara, see you, and ciao.